We are, of course, referencing Don Lemon. Here is the Fox News coverage on it.
Cheering him on in his future endeavors. Don Lemon also speaking out, writing a statement. Here's part of that. I was informed this morning by my agent that I have been terminated by CNN. I am stunned. So clearly they see this differently. After 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have had the decency to tell me directly. At no time was I ever given any indication that I would not be able to continue to work. I have loved at the network. Kayleigh McEnany.
Yeah, it's quite something. You know, we just, I would just say we saw him take a break briefly for some comments he made, and then here we are.
Here we are. More Outnumbered in a moment.
Hey.
Wow. Incredible commentary. Thank you, guys. Incredible commentary. So, Don Lemon was slated to be let go for some time now. If you recall, I talked about this. I don't know if like Lil Bear can pull it up or some shit. I don't know. If you remember, when he said something about, what's the lady from South Carolina? The Republican woman that's running for Nikki Haley. Don Lemon a month ago basically said Nikki Haley and women in general are not in their prime for, you know, whatever age. Oh, here. Don Lemon regrets saying Nikki Haley is past her prime. On CNN this morning with co-host Poppy Harlow and Caitlin Collins, they were discussing Haley's suggestion a day earlier that politicians over the age of 75 should be subject to mental competency tests. President Joe Biden is 80, while another GOP presidential candidate, former President Donald Trump, is 76. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime, sorry, Lemon said, explaining why he was uncomfortable with the age discussion. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s, 30s, maybe her 40s. And Harlow popped off and said, prime for what? Which is an insane thing for someone to say. Like, it's an insane thing for someone to say, but it's like perfect for Fox News, but very shocking coming out of CNN. Lemon said that if you look it up on Google, a woman is considered to be in her prime at those ages. Harlow tried to clarify what Lemon was referencing. I think we need to qualify. Are you talking about prime for childbearing, or are you talking about being prime for president? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying what the facts are, Lemon replied. Google it, which was such a weird thing and such a weird way to like react to that message. Like, it was just a very odd thing that he did. And he went on a little break after that. So since then, there were, leaks here and there about Don Lemon. One of the more memorable ones was like when he was on Hot Mic, caught on Hot Mic shitting on Jon Stewart, realizing that he was caught on Hot Mic and then immediately backing down and be like, I meant like, we love Jon Stewart actually. And you can't really shit on Jon Stewart, honestly, like in liberal circles, like very publicly. Like
this whole talk about age makes me uncomfortable. I think it's the wrong road to go down. She says people, politicians or something are not in their prime. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
Yeah, he said it out loud on TV. That was CNN host Don Lemon saying Nikki Haley, who recently announced a run for president, is past her prime, particularly in response to her saying that politicians over the age of 75 should have competency tests. Joining us to discuss news back.
I do love this, though. Like when Fox News is like, yeah, he said that. It's like, bro, what do you think your audience thinks about this? You're literally at Newsmax. Like, do you think your audience fucking thinks that that's like unacceptable to say? Or do you think that they believe that and love that, as a matter of fact? Don Lemon shitting on Jon Stewart. Oh, here it is.
Corruption.
And this is when Jon Stewart was actually doing a pretty decent job absolutely eviscerating the State Department spending. Or Defense Department spending.
Corruption. I'm sorry.
He gets a lot of leeway with the comedian thing, though.
This was Hot Mic.
So Stewart questioned why some veterans are facing food insecurity despite the Defense Department's massive budget.
So there was a couple moments like that. Not super big, but I'm not shocked. I think the Nikki Haley thing was like a major blip on the radar. Now, according to the New York Times, this interview that Don Lemon conducted last week with Vivek Ramaswamy played a role in his firing. Note co-host Poppy Harlow sitting silently while Lemon goes after Vivek. So they are probably going, like, it's weird that CNN is going after Don Lemon for this, which seems was actually valid and worthy criticism. I'm going to go pee real quick, so I'm going to run this while I do that. This clip of Fox News, or not Fox News, sorry, Fox News on steroids, Newsmax freaking the fuck out over Don Lemon saying the things that he said about Nikki Haley.
Facts contributor Caroline Levitt and deputy managing editor of Red State, Kira Davis. Kira is shaking her head. Old Nikki Haley, 51 years old, past her prime. Don Lemon might be past his prime or his morning show at this point. Your thoughts, Kira?
I cannot even, y'all.
I am with you. My jaw was on the floor.
I know. Is this man serious? Nikki Haley is past her prime. By the way, we have a man in the White House who can't even work his way off stage. He is so old. But Don Lemon, this is very typical of Don Lemon. He is completely narcissistic. He doesn't think ahead. I don't think he thinks much at all. I think he thinks of himself more as an entertainer than a real newsman, and I don't find him entertaining at all. But he deserves to be lambasted for this comment. How gross, disgusting, and misogynistic. He is everything that he accuses the right of being. And frankly, I think a comment like that should cost him his job.